All right,
And we are back.
we're back.
We are back. You know, that's our
We're
signature.
here.
That's our signature intro.
We're back.
We are back.
Yes.
We are back. We are
Oh
back.
man.
Let me make sure my mic is on the.
Got it.
Uh.
Mine is good. Perfect.
Hold on. I really wanna. I really wanna link.
There you go.
There we go.
Good. All
I really
right.
want my foot to be like that. All
And
right.
it's such a nice day today. There you
Okay.
go.
So for those of you that don't know where we're at, we're in Atlanta, close to Little Five Points. It's not exactly Little Five Points, but
Close.
yeah, just to let people know what the aesthetic is. You're probably gonna see a few MARTA buses pass by. And yeah.
Yeah. They're loud, but it's fine. I think it should be good. All right. So what we're gonna talk about today?
Mm,
What's been hot lately?
yeah.
What's been the hot topic? So, well, one of the hot topics right now that I've seen is that statue.
Okay.
I know you say you didn't really pay attention, didn't really see much about it.
Didn't see nothing about this statue.
So I don't know much about it either, right? I just seen it. I didn't think nothing of it. I just was like, oh, that's an interesting statue. It just looked like the average black woman with a t-shirt with some jeans on. So I'm gonna let you see it so
Okay.
you can get an idea. Because I didn't know what it was. I heard it was a British artist that created that, and it's in Times Square.
Uh huh.
But a lot of people are mad about it for some reason. They're angry about it because they shouldn't have a black woman depicted as such. I don't know what that means exactly. It looks like just the average person's life, I guess, and how they would look like on a day to day. So, and it's an artist, so obviously there was a meaning behind what he did.
And you said this is a British
British,
guy,
yeah, black British, a black man, but he's British, and he's the one who
and
did
he's calling it "Grounded in the
in the stars.
Stars."
Yeah, and it's in Times Square, and he explains why he did that. But I guess people don't understand why, or they don't like the reason why he did it. I don't know.
Okay, so what?
Pretty much, it's like he wanted people to just look at people in a different way. Like I guess in a way that's relatable.
Okay, I see like Times Square stands as an iconic symbol and site of convergence, uniting people from all walks of life, individual stories and experiences intersecting on a global platform. The intention of my public work is to become part of the place they inhabit and its physical material history, as well as visitors who pass through and around the location, no matter how fleeting. I hope Ground in the Stars and Man series, I guess he has
Yeah,
another
he has a
statue,
men's series. Yeah.
will instigate meaningful connections
Yes.
and bind intimate emotional states that allow for deeper reflection around the human condition and greater
Yes.
cultural diversity.
The human condition, and that's
Hey,
the
and if
part.
you okay, so you saying they offended
A lot,
who's offended? The
a
black
lot of
women?
people.
The quote unquote black women?
Oh yeah, black women, black men, I think too. But I've seen a lot of black women commenting.
But basically all black people.
Black people.
And they
No,
don't and they don't like
no. Some love it. Some are like, yes, I love it,
I would
and some are
assume it
like,
would be
no,
majority black women that are upset about this. I
because they
guess
don't want to be viewed like that.
because it's I mean, looking at the statue, it's a heavy set woman.
Right.
It's a heavy set woman. She got the braids in her head.
Yeah, and she got the
You know what I'm
jeans and
saying? She
the
really looks
t-shirt.
like the everyday,
Yeah.
regular
Like she went to the
black
gas
American
station.
girl.
Yeah.
You know, it don't look too sophisticated.
Right.
You
She don't
know,
have a
just,
diploma or a degree in her hands, I guess.
if you look at this,
She don't look like she came from the office.
it would be the typical woman
Yeah.
that a lot of people judge from a distance and be
Yes.
like, that's the angry
Yeah.
single
They
mom.
should be happy she don't have a bonnet on.
That's the fat black American woman
Yep.
who's mad
Yes,
and has
'cause
a
she got
bunch
her
of
hand on the
kids.
hips and everything.
She looks like the typical single mom in America,
She
honestly.
look like she's standing at the bus stop waiting for the bus.
Yeah.
She tired, like man,
She
I
looks
just
like the
worked.
poor, you know what I mean? Like the maybe lower class
Right.
living.
She look like anybody. They don't even know. She could just been at home chilling.
Yeah.
I mean, she ain't gotta look jazzed up and fancy. She could have a great job, and she was at home doing her lawn or something.
But you know what? I love this because
Yeah.
art is supposed to make you feel something.
Exactly.
And all he did was create a statue that looks exactly
Average
like how
woman.
the average quote unquote black woman in America looks.
Right.
When they just chilling,
When they just
she got
chilling.
the braids.
Right. Her braids look neat and nice. She don't look dirty. She don't look torn. Her clothes don't
But
look torn.
I think the hairstyle is very deliberately.
Great.
It's deliberate. Like that particular hairstyle makes you think of a certain type of black woman. It makes you think about the hood girl in the projects.
But
Like
they
this
don't
is
have
like the
those
little,
styles. The hood
like
girls
the
got
little.
the longer braids and the colors. Her braids is more like a woman, like a regular
No, this
woman.
like
They don't
this
look like
reminds
that in
me
the
of the
hood.
braids that Martin wore
But that's old
for
school.
Shanae.
Yeah, but that's old. She
But
don't look old school.
but what I'm saying is those braids depict a certain type of black woman. That's why Martin used it in his show when he was playing Shanae. It was the big braids.
Yeah, that
Like
don't look
these
like
aren't
that.
as big as those, but it's the bigger braids that come off the head and shit. Like
I don't know.
that ain't
But
like the
yeah,
common hairstyle you see right now. But that's the hairstyle you would think for those type of women. So I think that's why a lot of
maybe the American
the
ones.
black
I
women
don't see
here
anything, but that's the American people.
see that's because you
So
coming from a Canadian standpoint.
and Caribbean. So
Yeah.
that's regular.
So I'm telling you,
Yeah.
being in America
Yeah.
and knowing how these women here are gonna
Right.
look at this, that's why they're
Right.
looking at it like, well, why
And
you
they-
gotta
and-
depict us like that?
Right.
But it's art.
Right.
And I think reading his description of the whole point of the piece,
Yeah.
he's trying to bring different walks of life together.
Yeah, just regular, exactly. Like nothing fancy, nothing extra and glammed up. It's just a regular person.
So I'm gonna say my stance on it. I don't have a problem with
Me
it. I
neither.
think it's very bold to
Yeah.
put this in Times Square.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from an artist
And they wanted it
perspective.
there because they had to approve. They had a commission, so they approved it to be on Times Square. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So obviously nobody had a problem with it there. You know, so the people just feel the way they feel. You know, because people are gonna always say what they feel about things, and that's that. But I don't have a problem with it either.
Yeah,
I
I
don't see
think
what-
I can understand why certain women or certain black people are offended. I get why.
Yeah.
Because
they're
of the
mostly-
because of the choice of clothing and how she looks, the weight, the hair. But I love it because it's real.
Yeah.
This shit is real, and the job of an artist is to put the reality into people's faces so that you
Right.
can see what life is.
Exactly. The
And
reality.
the fact that the art gets displayed, that's why people get offended, because
Yeah.
this is on display in a very major city. This is New York City. This is Times Square, Manhattan. And you seeing this in the middle of, like, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So people that care about image, they probably wanting to see the black woman depicted in, like, you know, something more
Yeah.
elegant
Powerful.
or like a Cleopatra
Yes,
get up where you
yes.
got her looking like a queen.
Right.
But no, the average black woman in America ain't walking around
Right.
looking like a
And
Egyptian
that's what
queen.
he said. He said that was
This is
based-
what they
yeah,
look like.
He said that was based on his observations. So it is. If that's your observation, that's your observation.
That's the observation.
So you can't tell him nothing wrong. Right.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
like
he
it.
see every day when he's walking around. He don't
I
see-
like it.
Right.
That's the majority of what we see.
Yep.
So if you don't like how the art looks, then
Exactly.
you must not like how you look.
And she actually
or how-
looks strong to
How
me.
your friend looks.
Yep.
Everybody got a friend that looks something like that statue.
Right.
We just gonna keep it all the way real, baby.
Exactly. Yep. I don't see nothing wrong with it. She looks strong to me, actually, the way she's standing.
Yeah.
Like,
And that's
I've been
another
going
thing they
through
probably triggered by, because this whole strong black woman
Yep.
narrative,
it. Yep.
where
That's
all
what it looks
so
like.
look, the women, they take pride in having this strong,
strength.
independent, I can do stuff. But then when you see it on display,
They, they want to see the
wait a
the
minute.
glammed up.
now you
version.
trying to soften it up. But no, that's what you are taking pride in,
Yeah.
is being the strong woman.
Exactly.
And that
That's
looks
strong
like a
and
very
tired. That's
strong woman.
And tired. Yeah.
Exactly.
Strong, I'm tired. I ain't got time to put makeup on, to jazz myself up, to put heels on. It's just me. You know what I mean? So I like it. I actually love it, actually. So
It lets you know though, because if that's really what you're proud of, then you should be proud to have it on display. So the
Exactly.
fact that they're not proud with the display,
Yep.
it shows you
you want to hide this
it
part?
shows you the flaw in how we're moving as men and women, and how these women they're being too masculine, as they say, or
Yeah.
too strong, and I don't need a man. Like, that's what
Yeah.
that is depicting, is that kind of woman. So if you ain't proud of that, then it's some changes that need to be made
Exactly.
in the way we flowing together.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
I
That
love
is
that
true.
shit.
Yep. So yeah, so I wanted to touch on that real quick because that was one of the hot topics.
And this actually is a segue. I forgot I wanted to touch on this whole race thing. Because if people notice, every time I say the word black or white, I always try to put quotations around these words. And even last week we were talking about what was we talking about that had to do with race?
We were talking about racism.
Yeah. Oh, with the whole Janelle thing.
Yeah, the Janelle thing, and then how people always say that they can't be racist.
Yeah. So that's okay. So we're starting to open up these race conversations, and I really want to make my stance clear on that. I only say the word black and white for conversational purposes. I don't believe in black and white. I don't identify as black. You will never hear me identify myself as a black man, because I look at those labels as human creations. They're man-made creations, and they don't mean nothing. They don't tell you what land a person is from. They don't tell you what people's ancestors look like. What
culture.
There's no ethnic background behind calling somebody black or white, and I don't like the generalization of it. And I think it was designed that way to put people against each other. So I don't subscribe to this shit. I don't subscribe to this whole black pride, all this bullshit. It's just like, how you gonna split people up into two categories? I got on black and white right now. Look at my skin. Like I've created videos.
Good, how are you?
Oh no, I ain't got nothing on me, bro.
No change at all. I'm sorry.
All right.
You too. Thank you.
But yeah, like if you look at the color of my clothes, this is black and this is white.
Yeah.
What human being on the planet do you know
look like
that got skin like this?
No better.
Or skin like this?
They just made that up. They just made it up because
they trying to separate us.
Exactly.
They trying to simplify the categories, or put you over here, and anybody that's up here in the way lighter tones of brown, because I want to make that point. Everybody's brown.
Yes.
Everybody is different shades of brown.
Yeah.
No matter how dark or light you are. White people are the lighter tones of brown, like the peach tones and the rose color tones. That's all brown.
Right.
So I really just wanted to make that clear. I only use the words black and white for conversational purposes, because I know people use those terms to identify things, and I really want to break through this whole race conversation, because it ain't getting us anywhere.
Right.
We're not really going to be able to love each other and unify until we get rid of those words. And in a world where there's so many mixed people, we need to stop using that shit, because it don't mean nothing. You got with the whole thing last week with Janelle. That was the whole point of that conversation, was everybody thought she was white.
Right.
We got to get past that shit.
Exactly.
That's the reason why she viral.
Who cares? It's like, and who cares, really? Like, what is the problem?
Yeah.
Because what? Because she's dancing?
Yeah.
There's so many other white people that are, singers, rappers, all that stuff. So what's the problem? What's the problem? Like, nothing belongs to anybody. I understand being proud of your culture and being proud of what you do and everything, but you don't own it. We all share, we all like other things that other people do, that other races of people do.
Yeah.
Like, we all, dip and dab in different things that are not ours. Like, in quotations, right? Like, ours.
Yeah.
So it's like, and I think that's the problem, is always feeling like somebody's stealing from you.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying to copy you, trying to get all the, getting popular off of your stuff. And it's like, okay, well, you do something then. And if somebody decides to see you, and put you on the stage like they did with her, then so be it. But who cares?
Yeah.
Like, it's gonna die down at some point. Yeah, she got her money. Yeah, she's popular right now. And then next month or next 2 months, we won't hear nothing. Then nobody's gonna talk about it anymore. So
yeah, it's like
it's just
got to get over it. We live in a world full of mixed people.
Yes.
It's a lot of mixed. Nobody can say they full-blooded black or full-blooded white. What the fuck? Full-blood. And even if we get down to what you're saying, is like, if you even want to define people off of what we should, which is the land you're from.
Yes.
Because we're so traveled, most people aren't even born on their actual homeland where their ancestors are from. We all scattered.
Exactly.
We all immigrants.
Yep. They just ended up here. And
so I think we're in a space now in humanity where it's going to be more about the fusion of all of us together, and all of us learning cultures outside of what we think are our cultures.
Yeah.
Because like you said, we're not, nobody really is owning anything.
Right.
Nobody's
Nobody
of a one culture, and that's just who you are. It's a lot of mixing, it's a lot of migrating, and we're gonna have to really open ourselves up and stop looking backwards, because a lot of these conversations we having are old. It's gonna keep us in a cycle of war. And we the goal is to create a better world so that our kids don't have to keep repeating this shit. Because we teaching them these words. We teaching them
about the same thing, like talking about the same thing over and over again. It gets tiring.
And we're teaching them about these words. Black, white. We're telling them that they're black. We're telling them that they're white. But then the kids, they be having legitimate questions. Like, kids are just pure. They want to make friends with whoever. They don't know about all this prejudice and racism and all that. So it's always a story about a dark-skinned kid wanting to be friends with a lighter tone, quote-unquote, white kid. And then an older person having to teach them about racism and all this shit and black. And then you got to teach them, no, you're black. Really? I'm black? They're white? Okay, what is that?
Like, what does that mean? And
they don't know nothing about that, and we trying to make it make sense to them when it don't make sense.
Just because, and unfortunately, it's because of society and how things go. Because at some point, the child's gonna come see, like, well, so and so said that to me. What does that mean? Now you got to explain the differences and why we're so separated, or why people behave a certain way, and why they're treating you a certain way. And that's the part that sucks, because at some point that you tell them are not at home, they're gonna experience it outside.
So I'm good. I'm cool with teaching them. Teach them what they're seeing, but don't teach them that they are that. No, you're bigger than that.
Just teach them what to look for, what you might see, what you might experience, because you will experience it. That's in some way or another, you're going to experience it. At some time in your life, you might not experience it for 5-10 years, first 10 years of your life. But at some point, you're going to witness it, you're going to experience some type of discrimination, and you want to tell them what to expect. And that's it. But at the same time, like you say, you want to teach them something different than who they are, as far as your identity goes. You're not that. You're not a color. You are.
Don't let nobody define you by a color. And it is okay to love all people.
It is.
And that's how you should move. That's what you got to teach them.
That's what I always teach my kids. I'm like, the only thing that you do different is it's up to how the individual is treating you. Now, if the individual is treating you a certain way, then you move accordingly. But to just treat a whole group of person just because, don't do that.
And I just want to quote my dude Martin Luther King before we move on to another topic. He was preaching unity of all people, and he had the right message, regardless of what critiques people been throwing at him. He said, judge by the content of a person's character. Not the color of their skin. And the content of your character ain't got nothing to do with how you look, what color your skin is. Your character is who you are. So judge based on that.
That's it. That's all you should do. But it could be so simple. But it ain't. So we can only try. And spread the love around. And that's it. So
what was it was another popular topic.
The topic was about Cassie and Diddy. The Diddy trial.
Okay,
that was it, right? Was there something else? I forgot.
I think it was another one, but I remember you bringing that up. So Cassie, I have seen a few posts about Cassie being on trial. I've seen a few quotes about how they're asking her about situations that had the little freak offs. This shit is ridiculous, honestly.
It is.
This shit is really ridiculous to see how big of a deal they're making. And when you really analyze what they're trying to demonize him for, it's really just being a freak. It's really just being highly sexual. And they're trying to paint it to seem like he's making people do stuff that they don't want to do. But we all know the tone of Hollywood and entertainment. We know you got to do certain shit to get into that world. And we know Diddy is not the only person that's been in those circles doing the things that they do. And a lot of it just be a lot of sexual manipulation.
Money.
A lot of money, power. You got to do this in order to get this access to this. And Diddy didn't create that system. He just learned how to play it, and he won at it. He learned how to make money in there.
He's definitely not the creator of it. He's just part of the problem.
Exactly.
Part of everybody else that does the same thing. Because he's not the only one, obviously. There's so many of them. He's just the one that got caught in all the bullshit right now, amongst other ones, obviously.
And that's by design. That's by
So,
design that he's getting attacked. It's not by accident. It's not because they're doing something righteous and trying to take down somebody that's doing a bunch of evil,
no,
because it's a bunch of people in the industry that are above Diddy that's been doing that weird shit before him. And he
yeah,
came into that culture and learned how to be part of it and learned how to get power.
yeah,
And I saw Diddy fighting for a lot of righteous things when he was in that position of power. He was always in the news and in interviews talking about trying to create a black political party and um, again using the quotations because
mm,
this whole black white shit.
okay,
But he's trying to fight through this systemic racism, and he
yeah,
said he was seeing it firsthand as a black man that's creating businesses and wanting to make more money, having his own brand of Ciroc. I know before they started putting out all this Cassie shit and having him on trial and trying to take him down, he was
right,
actually in a lawsuit with Ciroc or something like that,
mm-hmm,
and he was really ready to fight their war, like fight on a legal level.
okay,
And he was going at these bigger companies that are owned by white people.
okay,
And as soon as you start doing shit like that, you start bucking against the people that's really running shit. That's what they do. They create these. They create a strategy on how to take you down, and the best way to take somebody down is through character assassination. And you expose what people are doing behind closed doors that the public wouldn't be too fond of. So that's all this shit is, and the shit is weird. Um,
I mean, he's weird, but that's besides the point. But a lot of people are weird. I still don't see nothing, great about his character. But
mhm.
but like I said, he's just one. He's just one of the many other people that do those things, and they are disgusting to me, and they all need to be on one island together. But
Right,
that's
all.
about it.
That's the key word,
Yes, because
all.
my only thing is the forcing of doing things. When you're using your power to do anything, there's nothing good about it, nothing righteous about it at all. So, people lie a lot just to mask who they really are
Hmm.
and to appeal to the public, and then they do other shit back in the back. So that's how I see it. But besides that, he ain't special. He like anybody else that be doing stupid stuff.
Yeah, so my thing
Yeah.
is, okay,
So punish who needs to be
yes,
punished.
yes, we can
Yeah.
acknowledge that the stuff that Diddy was doing, all the stuff he was doing with these people, no, it's not right. And I'm not saying it's
Especially when you're
wrong for
forcing
him to
them.
be in that position he's in. But if we're gonna demonize him and villainize him and put all this attention on him, it's a lot of people, white people,
Yeah.
quote unquote white people, that are doing way worse than him, and they free right now. They're not having to deal with this public scrutiny and
All right.
going to jail and having to
Yeah.
go to trial. So I don't like the
Exactly.
selective villainizing.
Right. Yep.
And
That's the
it's
only
always
thing.
the people of our skin color.
Yeah.
And that's where I see where the racism does exist.
Oh
And that's
yeah.
the shit we trying to fight against and trying to get through.
Yeah.
So no, I don't agree with all this
Yeah.
painting him out to be this damn demon. Like,
Yeah.
nah, man, stop it. If you're gonna do that, then the whole fucking system needs to go under. Because that's all he doing is he's winning at a system that's already corrupt. This country is already fucked up.
Yes. Very much.
The people that created the United States, they came here and stole everything. They came here and forced their will onto people. So they just doing it on a smaller scale, and they're using an industry to make money off of it. But it's all driven off the same evil energy.
Yeah.
So don't villainize one man for winning at it, and then the rest of the motherfuckers can just comfortably live off this same system. And
Right.
we just okay, yeah, we ain't gonna put no light on them. We're not gonna be mad about them.
Right.
We just gonna let the media paint this person to be the evil one, and we're gonna talk about how this dude's evil. And then when he get locked up, oh yeah, he's locked up. What the fuck is that fixing? Still the
Nothing.
same fucking system. They still up there doing weird shit right now.
Yeah.
It's a young artist out there right now that's getting
Yeah.
propositioned or offered money and deals by these labels and
Yep.
and
Or
big
groomed
companies.
or
It's
whatever. Yeah.
happening right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's being bribed and taken advantage of and um,
Yeah.
sexually manipulated. It's happening now.
Yeah. It's always happening, unfortunately.
So
Yeah.
that's my stance on that shit.
Yeah, that was one of them that what I just we already know that's been ongoing, but lately I think I think they're on trial right now. I think they started, so that's why that
Uh,
came up.
yeah,
Um, And then what?
Oh, and I just want to say, people just be tuned into these trials because they nosy. They don't really
Oh
give
yeah,
a
of
fuck
course.
about something righteous happening.
No.
Everybody be tuned in like it's a
Right. They
soap
want to
opera.
hear the
They
story.
want to hear the juice. They
They want to
waiting to
hear the
see if
story.
somebody, is such and such gonna get on the stand,
Yeah.
and
Which one?
are
Who?
they
Who was
going are they gonna
involved?
go after Jay-Z, or who's the next one? They just trying to see the shit. It's a sick culture of crucifying.
Yes.
It's a culture of crucifying people and watching them die. But with this, it's less extreme. You don't watch them die. You watch them go to jail.
Right. Go to
You watch them
prison.
get villainized,
Right.
and all of their secrets get exposed. It's sick. It's a sick culture.
Yep.
So if you're getting any enjoyment by looking at the shit, then you ain't no better. I'm not tuning into this shit.
I don't either.
I don't like
I
looking at
just
this
see
shit.
it come across my feed, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I'll read whatever is on that feed, and that's it. But I don't go really deep in the articles. I don't watch. I haven't watched anything.
It's really pollution when you think
It's
about
very
it.
depressing too.
It
Like a lot
is.
of the things that they talk about is so depressing. I'm like, that's horrible. I don't even want to hear it. It's just so degrading and just very negative and just very low vibrational, like people say. Low vibrational and all
Yes.
that. And it is.
It's
It's like
serving no
no
purpose.
purpose, but make you feel like, oh.
Oh my God! Did you
Like,
hear
yeah,
that?
that's it. That's all. That's the only type of emotion that comes out of it.
Yeah.
Is just disgust and
Yep.
sadness and anger sometimes because he did what? You know what I mean? So,
Right.
and that's it. So why even get yourself engulfed in it?
Because motherfuckers ain't got no life.
Right. People really like thrive on that. They love it.
Yeah, they
It's like,
just
fills them
ooh.
up.
Right.
Because
It's like
their
a
life is so boring and so unexciting.
yeah, and it just brings you so much joy to see the
Yes.
drama of other people's lives and to watch people go down for it. And
And I definitely don't go and seek that out. If it's on my feed while I'm scrolling, I'll see it. I'll like, oh, okay, and
Yeah.
I'll keep it moving.
Yep.
That's it. And wasting an hour of my life on it.
Yeah.
So yeah, but
It's yeah.
yeah. Um. So I don't remember what was the other thing that was like the hot topic that we were going to talk about. I really was trying to remember, but I
Yeah, it's
can't
cool.
remember. But that's fine. But definitely want to talk about you.
Yeah, let's talk on a
Let's
personal
talk
level.
about you, okay?
Let's go.
Because listen now,
Uh-huh.
I don't know about anybody else.
Loud ass Marta bus.
You can't hear me when I'm talking.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
I don't know about. I'm talking to the ladies and even the men. But I don't know if anybody has ever dated someone that did not own any TVs. I don't know. I never did it. Okay, I've never dated. I've never been to nobody's house that didn't have not one TV in their home.
Yeah.
And this man right here, okay, this man
Yeah.
that I started dating last year does not own a TV.
Yeah, I ain't
at
got
all.
no TV.
Which is fine. Like, I wasn't even tripping. Actually, I was excited. When I came into your home for the first time, I was like, oh.
He was like, where the
don't have
TV at?
Yeah, like, is it coming? You
Yeah.
you order one? Like,
Right.
Do you need one? You
Right.
know? And you're like, no, just don't watch it. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
interesting. But I loved it. Because you know why? Because it allowed us to sit and be in each other's space and talk.
No distraction.
No distraction whatsoever. Talk and get to know each other. I think that's why it kind of evolved the way it evolved. It developed the way it developed because we didn't have time to watch TV and get entertained by a screen. We were each other's screen.
Exactly.
We were looking at each other.
Yeah.
Talking to each other. And that was a different experience to me.
Mm-hmm.
Very different than what I've ever experienced. And I love it. And I still love it. And you still ain't got no TV.
Still ain't. And I don't want a TV.
And we don't sit and watch nothing.
I don't want to have a TV ever. Even when I get into a bigger space, because right now I live in a small studio apartment.
Right.
So it ain't too much room for a TV. You could put it on the wall, but
right. If you wanted to, if
I wanted a TV, I could have one.
But you don't. I mean, you have your phone. You watch like little YouTube videos or whatever you gotta watch, but you don't watch movies.
Yeah, I don't watch
there's no
movies. I don't
point.
watch TV shows. I don't really like to watch anything for too long of a period of time. Even when I'm on my phone, I'm not consuming a lot of content. I'm on there posting shit, talking to
content,
people.
right? You make the content.
I create and talk to people.
Yeah.
So
And
my whole
fine.
thing.
And saying that too, like I'm not saying you shouldn't watch because I watch TV. I do. I watch TV. I got favorite movies. I got favorite TV shows. No, do I stay all day, all night watching? No, I don't. But I do have my favorite things that I watch at home. But even at home, some days I'll go without turning on the TV. Like I can go through a whole entire day or the next day without watching. So I don't really. It's not something that consumes my everyday life either. And I think that's why it didn't bother me that she didn't have one because I didn't need to do that.
A lot of people need it.
Yes.
Like when you go into, like you said, it's not too many homes you can walk into and not see a TV.
Yeah.
It's almost like a necessity. It's like people think you need to have a TV. Like, how could you have a living room if you don't have a TV?
Right.
It's almost like having a toilet or having a fucking kitchen or a refrigerator. Like, it's like you really need to have this TV, but no, you don't.
Yeah.
And I don't really like too many distractions.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not much of a watcher. I don't like to watch stuff. I used to watch movies with my parents when I was really, really little because they used to ask me if I wanted to watch a movie with them because they watch movies all the time.
Right.
That's like their couple activity. Whenever they spend time, they sitting in the living room, something, they watching movies.
Yeah.
So,
I love movies, man.
I mean, I used to watch when I was younger, and at a very young age, I figured out that I don't like how I felt. I didn't like how I felt after I watched the movie. It made me feel lethargic. It made me feel tired. It made me feel like I really consumed myself into something, and my brain is now like drained. Like I can't be creative after watching this movie. I feel like I just need to go to sleep.
Wow.
And me being a creative, I didn't like that feeling.
Okay. So that's how it
So
made you feel.
it's almost like I feel like I'm under a hypnosis.
Oh.
I'm being pulled into something for 2 hours. If we just talking about a movie.
Yeah.
I'm being pulled into something. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that feeling. Now I did watch TV growing up because I had TV shows that I liked to watch. Even from the time I moved out of my parents' house, I had a TV in my room.
Okay.
So I wasn't sitting there looking at the TV and not doing anything else.
Yeah.
I would usually have the TV on,
background noise,
and then I would be on my computer. And if there was a show, because at the time I was consumed into certain shows because I had a TV. So I used to like watching Love and Hip Hop.
Okay.
I used to like watching some of the different
TV.
like reality TV shows. I used to watch sports.
Yeah.
So when the TV is there and it's on, it's easy for it to be a distraction. You can get consumed in it. But yeah, I started kind of weaning myself off of TV while I was at home with my parents by just having it on. Sometimes I would put the TV on mute.
Okay, yeah.
And I would just like I just like to have it on because it made the room feel more, I guess, alive.
Yeah.
So when I moved out though, when I initially moved out of my parents' place, which was 2018, my ex, she had a TV, but we didn't have cable.
Okay.
So starting from that moment, that's when I started this no TV. So I lived with her for 2 years. And when I moved away from her, that's 2020. I haven't had a TV where I live since 2020.
Okay.
But if I count her, we didn't have cable television. So we would only look at Netflix and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was still getting a little bit of the exposure to TV without the cable television. So that was, it was kind of like a slow wean.
No right.
Huh?
Yeah, nobody uses cable no more. We all use stream. Yeah, the Fire Stick, the Roku, that's what's used right now. Nobody cares about cable. It's a waste of money. So yeah.
But yeah.
I'm
glad you brought up the couple thing.
Yeah.
Because I talk about this a lot with couples watching movies, and they feel like that's the thing you got to do with with your partner.
The thing you got to do.
It's like, okay, when you're at home and it ain't nothing to do, and you're done working, and y'all winding down. Okay, let's just turn a movie on and let's watch a movie together.
Right.
To me, that ain't connecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's two people looking at a screen. I ain't getting to know you.
When you're watching TV, it's not connecting. I think it could be something if you both like to watch TV. Like like everybody I've been with, we all watch TV. We watch movies together, especially if that's a movie we want to watch, or if that's an actor or actresses that we actually view and we're like, oh shit, they came out with a new, like the regular shit people do. Just like the new movie that came out and you just want to watch it. So that's fine, but to do it all the time is the problem. Like it can't be. Oh goodness, it can't be what you do all the time. Did you see it?
Yeah, it flew by.
It's gone? Okay. It can't be what you do all the time. You got to find other ways to connect with your person. And I think that's why I love that she didn't have one. Because I don't have to. I can go home and watch what I need to watch. Like, it's not like, Like I'm not itching. Like when I'm sitting with, like, oh my God, I need to watch a movie. You know what I mean? Like I need to do this. Like because I do enjoy talking. I love when we talk. I love when we brainstorm. I love to hear your like we always debating or talking about different views, like or planning, like plans for the future, or what we're gonna do, or what you're currently working on,
Yep.
or do the vlog. Like we're so busy doing other things, I don't even think about TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So everybody's different. Not everybody got that going on.
I think
So
TV, a lot of what our culture is built around is distractions and entertainment. Entertainment is the distraction.
well, yeah,
So
and
people consume their lives with a bunch of shit that they can absorb
yeah,
because they can't think of anything else to do. And that's the thing I hate. I hate people that say they're bored.
yeah,
People that's always bored. We live in the most boring fucking society.
yeah.
I mean, my dad used to tell me this growing up. If me and my brother ever said we were bored, he would say, "You're not bored. You're boring."
Huh.
Because if you
Okay.
bored, especially in this day and age, like
Right.
if you have all these distractions and you still bored, think about that. It's still people that be complaining about being bored, and
Oh,
every
yeah.
every minute of the day you got a phone. When you go home, it's a TV, and it's people still be complaining. Oh, I ain't got
Because they
nothing
want
to
to do
do.
something else.
I'm bored.
But
I'm
they don't
bored.
know what they want to do.
And it's like, what the
It's
fuck?
like they need somebody to bring them out of the misery of the boredom that they're dealing with.
And how weak is that?
And it's
That
like,
shit sounds so weak to
yeah.
me that you need some other like outer stimulus at every moment of your life in order to feel like you're okay.
Yep.
Because sometimes when we sitting together at my place, it's silent. Sometimes we
Yeah.
just sit in silence.
Yeah,
We just
be
be.
chilling. Yeah,
We don't need the noise of something all the time.
And I sure don't. You already know. When I'm at home, even in my own home, them kids, I'm like, oh shit, something else.
Yeah, them birds is outside right now.
God, it scared me. But anyway, even the kids, I'll be like, please, like, just let me be. Like, I don't need to talk. I don't need to do anything. I just want silence. I don't want the TV on. They'll try to turn on like the Alexa to play music. I'm like, silence.
Yeah.
I just want silence right now. Like, I don't need to always have some excitement going on, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. People are thrill seekers.
Yes.
I'm not a thrill seeker. I don't need to feel like a thrill is happening around me.
Right.
I don't need something to spark me and like. And again, creativity can give you that feeling.
Right, and that's because you're a creative person, so you're always doing something. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I do sometimes. That's how I always been. Like I told you when I was young, I was always outside doing something, being very active. So I am like that naturally. Like I need to do something. But you know, the older I got, I kind of calm down because the kids give all the excitement I need. So by the time I'm done with them, I'm like, yeah, I don't have the energy to do anything else. But I like to go outside. When we come outside right now to do these vlogs, that's exciting for me.
Yeah.
Like I don't need to do nothing extra, but like just being outside and being in nature and having the sun shining in my face and sitting at a table,
It's the simple
cool.
things,
Yeah,
right?
it's the simple things. So
I love this type of shit.
Yeah, that's enough for me. Now, and sometimes I might want to do something else, a bit more exciting. If I feel like it's not like I haven't been doing anything for like such a long time, then I might think, okay, I need to do something else. But besides that, it doesn't have to be every day, all week, every month. It's just whenever you feel like it. Whenever you feel like doing something else, just move and do something else.
Yeah.
Instead of sitting here like I'm bored, I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
Just do something.
Do something. That's the damn moral of the
what's
fucking.
stopping you from doing something?
And the TV stops you from doing stuff.
And the TV is one thing. I mean, the TV would be the chill mode. Like if you work all day and you winding down, you about to go to bed, and you just want to watch.
And guess what? Guess what you just described? You described 5 days out of the 7-day week for most people is they work, and then when they get off work, let's turn on the TV.
I mean, eat my food, watch my TV, go to bed. Boom,
let's turn on the TV.
Work, eat my food, go to bed. Work, take your shower, eat your food, watch your TV, go to bed.
Yep.
And that's it. And you would be bored if you do that all day, every day. But then again.
But you see how they're training the human to be still and to only move when it's about getting to a bag and you working you're slaving a job.
Right.
So like we connect being out and being active to the job because that's taking majority of the time when you're up and active. And your most alert hours of the day, you're giving them to a job.
Yeah.
So by the time you get done giving them all your energy, then what? You got to consume yourself in all the distractions. Yeah. Everything is leading you back to. Yeah. It's like everything is a trap. In every corner, it's a trap. So yeah, even if you do work a job, because I work a job, I still ain't got no TV.
Yeah.
I
But
don't
again,
feel
that's
the
you
need.
because you're a creative person. So you have other things too. Not everybody has that. Not everybody's a creator. Not everybody's making music. Not everybody's doing graphic design. Some people that their job is their life. That's what they're gonna retire with. So that's
Well,
their career. It's not even their job. It's their career. That's their life, and that's it.
I also want to say
Hmm.
everybody's creative. Now everybody's not a artist on like my level. Everybody ain't got an art form that they are passionate about, and you might not
Right.
be a musician, you might not be a painter,
Right.
but
A writer, a
life
reader.
itself is about creativity. We all got here from the creative act of sex. That is the biggest creative act you could do is have
So
sex.
then they should have sex. Then okay, there
So,
you go.
which is what a lot of people like to do, right?
There you go.
That's where most people's creative energy go into sex,
Well,
which is,
better than watching TV, right?
I mean,
I mean,
it
if you're gonna
depends
call
on
them
who you having
creative,
sex with.
hey, no, it's creative. They
It
can have
depends
it
on
with
who you having
whoever,
sex with.
whoever they want
It
to.
depends on who you having sex with. Because and then it's about channeling your creative energy into things other than sex. Like people want the creative activity that feels good. Okay, we get it. Sex feels good, but other forms of creativity feel good too, like cooking a meal
And everybody know how to
or
cook.
exactly.
So that's all I'm saying.
So
Everybody gonna do what they're
it's
gonna do.
but it's something
Yeah.
that you could do that's creative other than looking at a TV. It's
Well,
just
this
like you
is one.
said.
Well, TV
Do
is
they
also
feel
art.
like it?
The thing is, you gotta remember, the people in on the TV is the artists, the actors. This
Right.
is creative,
Hmm.
so it is an art too to watch TV because you're watching art in display,
That
animation.
wait.
This is art.
Wait, you're saying watching TV,
You're watching art.
you saying watching TV can be a creative act? Like that's being creative?
Well, it is if it gives you ideas. It is if you're watching art though, or it can just be you watching art if that's what you want to. If you don't
Right.
create art, then a movie, a play, somebody singing, and all those things are people. Those people are doing are creative things they're doing,
Hmm.
and you're watching them do it, and you love it, and
Right.
you're enjoying it, and you're getting something out of it.
Hmm.
So that's that. 'Cause that's a lot of work they did right there just for you to watch this hour and a half movie. That was a lot of work that they had to do to create this wonderful movie masterpiece that you just watched.
Right. And I do know people
So
that look at movies
yeah,
and they look at it from that perspective
yeah, I
where
love. That's how I
they're
look at movies.
appreciating
I
the
love,
art of it.
yeah, the actor, the storyline,
Yeah.
the special effects, the visual effects,
Hmm.
all of that takes into place. How they worked it out, how the action was looking, how it was so flawless, like how it really got you in there thinking this is like reality.
Yeah.
Like all those things are entertaining. And I think that's what I usually enjoy if I'm watching a movie is
Hmm.
that it's like how it makes me feel and how they did it. And then if I'm talking to somebody else that's passionate about movies, that's what we usually talk about. It's like, oh my God, did you see how the actors did that? Like, did you see how they had the costume? Like it's like whatever. Like you see the transition. Did you see like how they created the monsters or how the makeup that they had was so great?
Hmm.
Like whatever, things like that. So sometimes, you can look at it a different way.
So I'll say
You know,
it's not a creative activity, but
no,
it can be mentally
it
stimulating
is very
if you're
mentally.
looking from a certain perspective. If you're not just looking at it just to look at it, and
Yeah.
you're not um, maybe pulling the message from it, because movies and music and any form of media art, it is good for sparking conversation and
Yeah.
making people think about
Yeah,
things that they normally don't think about.
definitely.
So there's nothing wrong with looking at TV. There's nothing wrong with looking at
Yeah.
shit. So I want to make that clear.
It's
It's
only
just the
one.
overconsumption
That's
of
what
it.
I'm saying. Yeah, doing it all
And
day, every day.
most people overly consume television.
Yeah.
They overly consume content without weaving in a little bit of creativity, a little bit of activity
Yeah.
away from just looking at shit.
Yes.
So in the realm of relationships, that's very important.
Yeah.
And I'm glad
Yeah. Like
this is,
kids, we don't want kids to be on their phones all day every day. That's screen
yeah,
time. Too much screen time is not good. So if we send that to our own kids, it's the same thing as watching TV. That's too much screen time. Cut it. You can watch it, but you gotta like
it's
have
got
a
to be
time.
balanced.
Yeah, it has to be
It's too
balanced.
much of a routine.
Exactly. So, yeah, it's just like you said, everything is moderation.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is moderation. Literally everything, from eating to just doing any type of activity. It's like you can't do too much of anything.
And the thing I used to look forward to the most when I was living at home
Yeah.
with my parents, when we would have family game night, oh man, when we would all sit at the table and open a game, and it'd be all four of us or just me, my parents, when my brother moved out. Whenever it was, it brought the family together and we all engage in something. So
that's fun.
I like that. So I'm more of like a game person. Yeah. If we're gonna use some type of outside thing to make something more entertaining, I would prefer it be an activity that we can all partake in and we can actively do it together. And then while we're playing the game, there's conversations happening. It's not just us looking. Because you ever been watching TV with somebody or a movie, and the person you looking at or the person that you're watching the TV with, they get mad if you're talking too much during the movie or if you're trying to spark a convo. That's happened to me.
I get mad.
That shit is annoying. Because in my past relationships, like that shit has happened where the movie will be on. It might be a movie that she wanted me to look at. So she pulls it up. And I've always been honest. I let all my women know that I've been with that I'm not really big on watching movies.
Right.
But, you know, if you want to watch a movie, I'll watch it. But I got to be who I am. Like, usually when they trying to watch a movie, I'm like, all right. I mean, it's not what I'm... You know what I mean? So I'll get out of my feelings about it and I'll look at it. But to make it engaging for me, sometimes I'll just start engaging early in the movie. Like, so I remember I started talking about something in the movie and it was like early on and I'm trying to talk to her about it and she like looking at me like I need to stop talking. And then she eventually was like, yeah, you gotta pay attention.
I pause. See, I don't get too mad, but like, cause Maya does that a lot.
What?
Interrupt when we're watching, and I usually I'll be like, yes, and then we'll talk, and I'm like, okay, all right, then we can continue watching the movie.
Yeah.
So I usually do that. I don't get too annoyed, unless you just like butting in all the time, like all the time, and it's like.
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna watch a damn movie? And if you don't know anything, like I'll give you a list of notes. Like let me give you a little information, so at least you know, and you don't have to be asking all the time.
Yeah.
But no, but I love that. I love to talk about what I'm watching while I'm watching it. So I don't mind that. And nowadays, because cable is like literally non-existent, you can pause everything. So it makes it easy to converse throughout watching anything. Pause, talk.
Yeah.
Then continue on, you know? So that makes it easier to interact while you're watching something if you want to talk about what just happened or not understanding what was
exactly, because a lot of times when you're watching a movie, something will be happening and you're not really sure about what's going on. So a lot of that is interesting to talk about what's going on with whoever you're watching it with. Like, what did you get from that scene? Or But for the most part, it is... Like, if I'm watching something with somebody, it's not a lot of talking because the activity isn't really designed to talk. It's designed for people to look.
Down, So we're not at the movie, so when you watch at home, interrupt. You can pause that thing and we can talk. The movies now, you gotta...
Yeah. I haven't watched a movie in so long.
Really?
Like, I don't have no desire to look at a movie. Like, the thought of...
I can always watch movies.
Like, when they was online talking about, what's the newest movie?
Sinners. Sinners?
Yeah, Sinners. They online talking about that, and I'm like, all right.
Sinners was good,
I don't be having no desire to look at it.
Yeah.
Like when I'm hearing everybody saying it's so great, it's and I've seen some great movies. Yeah. I've enjoyed movies before.
There are great actors out there that make a movie really great. Yes.
It's
and
just
good producers and all that. Yes. Those people are talented, and I think that's why I enjoy movies. Is the talent behind it is great. Yeah, because you can tell a bad movie to a great movie. You know, it sucked, and you watch something really great that really captured your attention, and it's like, oh, that was really great. Like, you know, and movies can give you emotions. You can cry, you can laugh, you can be scared, like all types of emotions. You can relate to it.
Yep.
So yeah, especially like based on true stories. I love things that are based on true stories.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite type of movie or film would be documentaries.
Yeah.
I can watch a full documentary and be very interested because it's a real thing that's going on. Exactly. It's kind of like what I do with vlogs and like when I'm recording content, I'm recording real life. Yeah. So I'm more drawn to stuff that's based on real shit. I'm getting real footage. It's not over rehearsed. It's not, and it kind of go back to what I'm saying about this whole performing thing. The reason why I don't like performing on stage is very rehearsed. You got to be perfect.
Yep.
I don't like stuff that has to be scripted or perfected.
Okay.
I prefer to look at shit that's just raw. It's real. I can feel the human element in it. So if you're watching a documentary and you got the person being interviewed, you might see a real teardrop. You might see them talk about something that's heartfelt, and you'll see the real emotion from it. And you know that this ain't just a made up story. It's not like a writer just sat down and wrote a fictional story and made it sound cool. And
Right.
you know, I like real shit. So
Yeah. That's
yeah.
understandable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So yeah, those are preferences. But yeah, but it is very. So yeah, I just want to bring that up because I don't know many people that I don't know them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That has experienced that, and I'm sure there's other people that are like that. But in all the relationships I've had, I have not met one. You know, I'm just talking about me. So that's different for me. You know what I mean?
It makes our relationship way more fun.
It does.
Because anytime we come together, we have to figure out what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and that's exciting to me.
What we're gonna do to like connect,
to engage, to connect, to do, to spend our time together. Like, what are we doing to spend this time together? You know, we have a routine, obviously. We know what we do every week, or what, like when we see each other, but we don't know what we're gonna do besides this year.
Yeah.
Besides the vlog, we don't know what we're gonna do.
Yep.
For the other days. So, but then it's spontaneous a lot of times, or it's, hey, we're gonna do this. Like, we're gonna go vlog with so and so. We're gonna meet so and so over here. Or sometimes we'll just go out like we did last night. Oh, let's just go out somewhere and just chill. And that's cool. Or we just be home talking. You know?
Conversation.
We'll talk about everything and anything under the sun. And I love that. And that's just getting to know each other.
Yeah, and I think that gets lost in a lot of relationships. Like, you get too comfortable around the person, and a lot of people are with people that they don't even want to talk to their partner.
You don't even like them.
And that's probably why they turn the TV on all the time, because it's like, I don't want to really talk to you.
Yep.
So in order for us to spend some time, let's just look at a damn movie or something.
It's an escape.
Yeah.
Like an escape. There you go.
It's a damn escape. Yep. So if I gotta be in escape mode with somebody that I'm with, that's a problem.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to escape. I'm trying to find ways for us to connect. Because it's always something you can learn about your partner, no matter how long you've been with them. You can have a conversation and connect deeper and deeper. And I'm about real intimacy, like what we're doing now. This is intimate time.
Yeah, and we always have intimate time. Literally, it's like from the time that you pick me up in the morning on Monday, we have intimate time at all times.
Yep.
From the time that you pick me up to the time you drop me back home. It's like that's all we do. We literally spend all our time getting to know each other, getting to know other people too in the midst of it.
Yep.
And doing creative things together. So it's like it's like all in one. And that's beautiful to me. That's different.
Yeah.
I've never had a man like it. So.
And then the time that we're not okay, let's say like we did have a TV.
Yeah.
I look at the TV activity as, okay, we might be done with our activities of connection. Because just because you in a relationship with somebody, that don't mean y'all got to be connecting 24/7.
Right. Yeah.
So there's that time where you just want to not connect.
Detach from this.
So that would be like the TV time for most people. But for me, if we're not connecting, then we could just be off in our own zone doing what we do.
Yeah, you do something else.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I could be watching my show and you.
And that's the time where I'm just in my zone, creating all my shit, doing my. So I think a lot of times couples put too much weight on each other to do things together all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to be separated.
Right. Like
you go do
we're
something.
Not together all day, every day. We only see each other when we see each other, when you're off, literally on your off days. After that, I'm home, and I do what I do at home. You know what I mean? And even when we're together sometimes, we don't always be like in each other's face talking. You do your thing on the computer and I'll be on my phone or on my laptop and I'm doing whatever I'm doing. Or I'm on the phone and you doing whatever you're doing. So so we have a very good balance. I think it's perfect and nobody's ever mad about nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we don't have enough time for this and you gotta give me enough time. I get all the time.
Right.
I'm good. I'm satisfied.
Yeah.
So yes. Yeah. But
Yeah.
Have you ever? Well, no, that's right. You said when you were with your exes, they all had TVs, so there was never a time you've been with someone and they experienced you that way.
Yeah. They always had a TV. And whenever I would go see them,
Your own.
the TV would be on. We never had a visit where the TV wasn't
Oh
utilized.
wow. Mm,
It's gonna always be utilized,
that's interesting.
and that's why I say it's such a distraction, because it's like a lot of
Yeah.
times you'll just reach for the remote. It's
Right.
like second nature.
Right. It
You
just
don't even
turns
know
on.
what to do with yourself if the TV not on. It's
Yeah,
like
more music. That's usually my go-to. Besides TV, it'll be more like music.
putting on music.
Yes, that's
Mm-hmm.
my go-to usually. That's the music. I need music so we can just vibe and talk.
Yeah.
Music, the background, sipping on something if you want to sip and just talk.
If
TV
you
can
notice
come
how I
after.
flow, I don't even play a lot of music, do
I
I?
know you don't, but that's me. I play like when I move to the new place and everything, and you get to come over. That's what I usually do.
You'll like
Music.
constantly have music
Yeah,
playing.
not constantly, but I like to have like yeah. If I'm like cooking, I need music. Like if I'm doing anything that doesn't involve me like watching something,
Yeah.
music. Like even when I work sometimes it's quiet when I work because I work from home.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I'll have like a little instrumental playing in the background
Yeah.
while I'm working for the times that I'm not speaking to anyone.
Mm.
I'll just have music playing. I just love music.
Yep.
So music is usually what I like for the ambiance, just to have something. But sometimes it can be silent and I'm just on my phone or I'm just like reading something. And that's it. So
I
yeah.
think people assume because I'm a musician that I would just always play music,
Yeah,
but
you don't. You're not even in the car.
yeah, I don't really play a lot of music in the car. I
Right.
usually drive in
And I do.
silence.
When I drive, music all
Yeah,
all the
I
time.
like operating in silence.
Yeah.
Cause
Interesting.
okay, I think the reason why I love silence so much is because that's where ideas are birthed. So it's an idea thing and it's a connectivity thing.
Mm-hmm.
The more silent it is, the better I can connect with who's around me.
Mm.
So if I got people around me, I'm not trying to distance myself from them. I'm not trying to give us a distraction we can look at. I'm trying to create a space where I can connect.
Mm.
So the best way to do that is in silence. So in the car, if I got somebody riding with me, no music, unless maybe they have like a request they want to hear something, or if I'm in the music mood that day
Yeah.
and I'm playing music, like
Not
when I'm
always
riding with
play.
you and your
Yeah.
daughters.
Oh yeah.
Remember, I was playing music and then I was like, "What y'all want to hear?"
Yeah.
But even for me, that's like a interactive thing.
Yeah.
Because I get to ask them, okay, what song? Okay, and then you get to talk about the song and shit.
Yeah.
It's very rare that I just let something play and not say nothing to people. So, like when I'm at home by myself, I'll play music sometimes. Like if I'm working on something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if I'm at the computer and I'm making a graphic, I might put a playlist on and I'm listening
that
to music
helps,
while I'm working.
That's what I do. Like when I write, like when I told you when I had the writer's block and I was like, let me try to write again. Music helps me. So that's why I love music. Music always helps me. It's always motivating to me. It's inspiring or it's motivating. And that's what I love. It's just music. But I can still connect with music. The music is not stopping me from talking.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can turn it down and we can talk while the music is playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, I just like music. So yeah, sometimes when it's too dead quiet, it's just like okay. But I'm used to that with you because we don't have any awkward moments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it don't matter.
And like even if I'm cooking,
yeah.
I've never put music on while I'm cooking.
Yeah.
Because I like to focus on one thing at a time, actually.
You can't focus when the music plays?
I don't like multitasking, as they like to say. I don't like...
That's multitasking?
Like, I don't even like... the reason why I don't like being on the phone is because in order for me to really be on the phone, I have to give the person my undivided attention. I don't like to be on the phone and doing other shit.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, majority of your life, it would have to be that.
What?
It's rare that you're not doing something and you're on the phone.
Yeah, I don't be on the phone at all either. So
I don't like my brain being split into two places at once where I gotta focus here, but then this person's trying to get my attention. I would rather turn this thing off.
Yeah, gotcha.
It's too much going on.
So
if I'm cooking, the music could just be the background noise, but I'm not thinking about background noise. I want to like engage fully in the food.
Right.
Like if I'm chopping out, I like the sound of me chopping the food.
Really?
If I'm boiling water, if I'm putting stuff in the water, I like the sound of that.
Interesting.
So the most I'll do is maybe I'll be recording content in between me actually doing stuff. Mm-hmm. But that's like quick, pick up the phone, I want to create.
Because you're a content creator.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's
creative. And I'll do that too, but I'll have music playing still. The music literally, but to me, like I said, the music is like it's like second nature. It's just there.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like part of me. It's just there. You know what I mean? And I'm like just in the music, but I'm still doing, like, I'm very focused on everything I'm doing. It's actually giving me more focus. It's crazy, but I don't need it to make me focus.
Yeah.
But when it's playing, it's actually making even the experience even more enjoyable for me somehow.
Yeah.
Like when I have the music playing, it just makes everything fun, and I'm just like, yeah, doing this, and like I feel so like in tune with what I'm doing while the music is playing. And but I can't talk on the phone though. The phone while I'm cooking is a no.
Yeah.
I cannot be talking. I can do, like, I'll text in between, but talking on the phone, no.
Yeah.
If I'm doing something, that's a hell no. Because that phone will be over here and I'll be like distracted. So now I really have to figure out, okay, yeah, I forgot to do this. I forgot to cut up the onions. I was talking to so and so. So now I'm already sauteing the peppers and the garlic, but I forgot to cut the onions. That so and so got me distracted,
Yep.
you know?
Distractions.
So, yeah, exactly.
That's
so
the common denominator of this conversation.
Yeah.
Because the phone, that's another topic about the
yeah.
phone. I don't like, I'm really not a phone person as far as like talking on the phone
It's
for extended amounts of time. Now I'm
when you were
I'm
young,
having to get myself back into that.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking to get my business flowing again.
Yeah.
So you can't build shit without talking to people on the phone.
Yeah.
Or engaging for some amount of time with people on the phone. Like, it's a very important thing in this society.
Yes.
So I'm having to get myself back into doing that.
Right.
But again, the phone is just
purpose,
the phone is like it's very distracting.
Yeah.
And
like
I just don't like
yeah.
I just don't like things to distract me too much from what I'm trying to focus on in front of me.
Right.
So I think that's what a lot of people struggle with, is not being present. Everybody's scatterbrained, man. Like, everybody's anxious. Everybody wants something else going on. It's like this constant need to be stimulated. They don't want to sit. They don't want to hear the sound of their own thoughts.
Right.
I can sit in my own thoughts and be at peace. So all that extra noise be like throwing me off.
That's why I said sometimes I don't. Like I said, as much as I love music, but lately I haven't been playing anything. Like, I don't, like, it's very seldom that I play anything because it distracts me. Because I'm so busy planning in my head things that I have to get done, like, you know, like my surgery coming up, like the move coming up. I don't have time. Like, it's like annoying to me. It's like, nope. So when I'm done with the process of everything through my head, then I'm like, okay, then I can play music because I don't have nothing to think about. I have nothing that I'm doing, so now I can just play it and just chill and relax, you know. So it's like the equivalent of like watching a movie. I don't have nothing else to do. I don't want to think of doing anything, so now I can just sit here and let something entertain me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's when to me it's enjoyable because I'm fully done with whatever I'm trying to do. And I can just relax and not care about shit else for the moment.
Yep.
And just entertain myself. So I get it with the distraction because it can be. Just like I said, when the kids come in the room and like, it's so quiet in your room. You don't have the TV on, you don't have the music on, you ain't got nothing. Can I play this? I'm like, no, you go play it in your room. Go to your room and play your music. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
And they look at me crazy, like, what? I'm like, I just don't. Like, you can ask mine. Sometimes I just don't. I want silence. Just like you said, sometimes you just want to sit in the silence.
Yep.
I do. That's why we were talking last week about people that always need someone or they always need something to like excite them. And it's like, damn, you can just sit with yourself.
Oh, that just made me think. Some people use a relationship as their distraction.
Yes.
Like, literally, the person is in your life to be a stimulant. They're there to stimulate your bored mind.
And that's it.
And that's why they get bored with the partner, because they're no longer stimulating them. It's no longer entertaining.
It's not exciting anymore.
So now you have to move on to the next distraction.
Like they say, the spark is gone. That thing that sparked.
Yeah, the spark is just gone. That's the thrill.
Yeah. So as soon as it's gone, they need another thrill.
Yeah.
They need another spark. They need to match up with somebody else.
And that's why, you know what? A lot of people are unhappy in life because life is not a thrill. When you look at day-to-day living, this shit is not supposed to be exciting.
No, it's living.
Living is living.
Living is
and you got to find joy in the simple shit that's going on in life and appreciate just waking up and eating.
Right. Or waking up, period.
Waking up, doing your hygiene routine, maybe walking around, getting your exercise,
cleaning,
talking to a person, sitting down at the end of the day and eating another meal, going to sleep. Life is very boring. If you look at it on a human level of entertainment, and you just strip all the man-made entertainment away, life is very boring, and it's supposed to be that way.
Yep, it's just living. Really.
And that's why people can't find no fucking happiness.
Yeah,
They
but they
can't.
gotta
No,
use, yeah.
I take that back. They can find happiness. They can find temporary happiness,
Yeah,
but they
temporary
can't
fix.
find peace. And that's the thing that
Yeah.
they really want.
They want it, but they don't even know what it looks like for them. And the peace that they're getting is what they don't want really. It's like you don't even like that peace. You don't like to be at peace, actually.
Yeah, they don't like
They
peace.
don't like
That's
that.
why a lot of people don't like
Right.
peaceful
Yeah.
relationships. They like arguing. They
Yeah.
like
It's like
toxic
you
shit.
say you want it, but you really don't even like it. You're lying. You're lying to
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah.
So it's kind of like, and now you got to figure out why you don't like it though. That's what they need to figure out, but they can't figure it out because they can't sit in it.
You know what? And this is the final point. We are overstimulated.
Yeah.
And that's why people can't find peace.
Yeah.
Because they are in a routine of being overly stimulated from the time they this little.
Yeah.
So your whole life, you're looking to keep up that level of overstimulation.
Yes.
So, to the fact you can't even connect on a simple level anymore.
No.
Everything is boring to you. Everything is unfulfilling. And you're looking for everything to stimulate you. And because it can't meet your expectations of stimulation, now it's just, I don't want it. It ain't
Right.
doing nothing for me.
Exactly.
When really that thing that's boring to you could be everything you need to live a peaceful, healthy life. People got to learn to calm the fuck
Calm
down.
down on their own. You don't need nobody else to do it for you. On your own.
You got to do it on your own.
Yes, on your own.
Like within yourself is the most peaceful place to be.
Yes, it is actually.
That's why people learn to meditate.
Yep.
Learn to sit in your own fucking vessel.
That's the first step to meditation. Really, people don't even think about it. Sitting on your own, like you meditate without even knowing. If you're not into that, sitting on your own and just relaxing in the silence of it all, or with some type of instrumental playing. If you want to, they have that, and just be in your thoughts in a calm way, not agitated in your thoughts, but in a calm, processing things, letting go of things.
Yeah.
Things like that is meditation. Until you reach that serene, moment, then it's like, okay, I'm good. I'm so relaxed right now. I process. I'm good. Next. But yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that's basically it. I just.
That's what people should do.
I'm on a path of taking extra stimulants away from my life and just doing away with shit that I don't need.
And we were good at that because, like you said, you live alone. I live, got the kids, but still alone. And I love to be alone usually, like at home. So I think we're good with that. I think that's why we don't need so much to entertain us like that. I probably do more entertaining things usually, but I haven't because I don't need it. Like it's not a necessity.
There we go. I was just about to say that. Entertainment is not a necessity.
It's not a necessity.
Entertainment is not a necessity. Entertainment is not a necessity.
It's a treat, really. It's a treat for yourself when you feel like it. Whenever you feel like it, do it. But if you constantly feel like you need that,
that's a problem.
Like
that is a motherfucking problem.
That's that on that.
It is.
It is a problem.